Well, it's almost 5 a.m. and I just got to Braydon's house, picking him up, and we're heading halibut fishing. Good morning. All right, boat's in the water. Took us a while to pick a halibut spot. We're just kind of watching the weather. It's not the best out here, but it's not the worst either. Oh, the anchor's going out. I'm just slowly backing up as we're putting the anchor out here. I think it's already on the bottom, but we're just getting the rest of the rope out. So I've got one with circle hooks, one with J hooks, so maybe we'll do one with one of each. All right, so here's the whole setup. We've got a spreader bar with a 2-pound weight, and then we've got a halibut rig. It's got like an upside down glow hoochie on there, and this is got 2 J hooks with a piece of herring on it, or a whole herring really. So we are going to drop this guy down off the port side. Putting the second one in the water, and as we were baiting the hook for the second line, the other one started getting bites. So I think Braydon tried to hook set it, but maybe missed it. He's just getting it set back up on the bottom again. Hopefully we can get on to whatever's down there. There you go, second line's in the water. Yeah, that's what we're looking for, that little double bounce that happens there. That means the ball's just kind of bouncing off the bottom, doing like an auto jig with the waves. You can see that double bounce really well in this rod. That's exactly what we want. So this one's got the J hooks, and then this one's got the herring, or the circle hook with the herring on it. All right, I'm setting up a third rod. Put another circle hook on the third one. See how that does. And then all the balls are tied on with a little bit of mono, just in case the ball gets hooked. That way you can snap that off, and then you only lose the ball and you don't lose your whole rig. So as our third one goes down, we're actually going to pull up the first one we put in, because we had those hits at the beginning and there's a good chance that herring's gone. And just as we suspected, we got robbed. Probably paid to the tax man. By that I mean a dogfish. Yeah, so there we go. We got 3 rods all in the water. I think they all have bait still, as far as we know. Just pulling this rod up for a bait check. It just feels a bit heavy too, though, all of a sudden. So I don't know, maybe we got something little on there, or I'm just not used to this rod. This is new to me. This is heavy, but I don't know what it is. There's something on there. Skate, it looks like. Yeah, a little one. All right, Mr. Skate, off you go. Ooh, he's swimming. Not skunked. Yeah.
A rod in these rod holders, putting the ball in the cup holder, and then doing bait from
there. All right, so we're putting a salmon head on this one. So this will deter like smaller fish from stealing your bait, and then what you'll hopefully hook into is a bigger fish. If I can get, it's still pretty frozen, might be hard to hook onto, but basically what I want to do is hook it through its nose. So we got a really hard spot in its nose, and just have the circle hook sticking out like that. There we go. Only gonna catch a monster with a salmon head. The last halibut I caught was caught on a salmon head like that, and it was about 40 pounds. So, all All right, this one just started hitting. It's a circle hook, so Braydon's just reeling really consistent. I think he still has something on there by the looks of it. Still reeling. I think it's
taking line.
Really?
It was, yeah.
Seagull's waiting for her bait. No, you're not getting nothing. Go on, get.
Oh,
Oh, what do we got here? Another skate. Bigger one though. Don't let him eat that herring. We need that. Oi, he's talking to you. Piggy, don't try to hug me. I don't like it. All right, all right, buddy. Swim. Interesting. There he goes. Switching this guy up to some mackerel. Stuff's really frozen. Probably should have taken my bait out. Well, we're going to pull up our anchor and try another spot. We're just getting skates here. I think that's 2 or 3 we've got. And so we pulled up all the rods, all 3 rods, and then we're gonna get our anchor up. So the way this anchor works, I've got that float there. I'm gonna drive by the float and then keep driving, and then I've got 600 feet of rope. So drive 600 feet from that float, and hopefully the anchor will pull itself up and be floating on that ball. I'm just gonna be very careful when driving around these ropes, make sure we're not getting anything in the props. So as we drive forward, that anchor ball is sliding backwards. When that ball gets to about 300 feet or so from the boat, that means the anchor is going to start lifting off the bottom of the seafloor. And then once it's off the floor, then I can speed up a little bit and make sure it comes home. Okay, anchor should be off the bottom now. Anchor's ball is pretty far back there. I'm just going to speed up a touch and make sure we send that anchor onto the ring. So we see our anchor ball is kind of bouncing, making its own wake now. That tells us the anchor is probably in the ring. So now I'm just going to slow down and I'm going to do like a U-turn. We're going to pile all the slack of the rope in this bin. All right, coming around starboard. So now I'm just driving back towards the ball, and Braydon's gonna pile the anchor rope all in this bin, nice and neat. Should be ready to launch. So this has a little float on a float line, and then there's another ring. And the reason for that second ring, that's gonna keep our anchor ball on if for some reason in an emergency we had to drop our anchor, so we could come back and recover all our gear. But hopefully our anchor is hanging from that ball. So it just hangs in the water like that, ideally. And then if for whatever reason, if we got stuck, that's why those zip ties are there. If it breaks, if the anchor gets stuck, those zip ties will break and it should just pull the anchor out. All right, we've picked a new spot, 323 feet of water. And we're gonna put this back out and get fishing right away. Lines in the water, that's the key. All right, anchor's going down. You always want to give other boats lots of space. Some people run like 800 feet of rope or more, so weather starts to change or people need a lot of room. The good thing you can do is you can check all the other boats and see what way their bow's facing if they're already anchored, and you'll know that that's the way the anchor needs to be set up. So I'll back up sort of in the same direction they are, and then that'll let the rest of this slack line out. We're just backing up, letting the slack out. Braydon's throwing over the anchor float and the rest of the float line. Then we're just going to make sure that ring slides all the way up to the bow. It should. I think we got a nice little drift here, just like that. What I like to do is delete any tracks I have on, and then I just start a new track, and then that'll let me see if there's how much drift we're gonna get. So it'll leave a nice little line. We'll know how much we've moved. Well, when we pulled up 2 of the rods, we're missing bait. The salmon head, of course, was still there. That's hard for fish to steal. But we've got 1 more mackerel, and I'm gonna open a new pack of herring. These aren't brined or anything, but whatever, we'll make it work. So we'll run a mackerel on one, a herring on one, and a salmon head on another. And then I've got some octopus here thawing out in the salt water. A little bit of herring oil on the herring too, so why not? We got some. So we've ditched a circle hook on the starboard rod, and then we put a J double hooks, and then Braydon's putting it down with some mackerel with some slits cut in it. So there we go, anchor came up, and we put the anchor back down, and then dropped in all 3 rods now. So we've got a herring on here on J hooks, we've got a salmon head on here on a circle hook, and then a mackerel on this one with J hooks as well. So that took probably maybe close to a half hour to switch spots and get everything back down again. Not too bad. Just checked our starboard rod. It was somebody stole the bait. So I've got a little bit of octopus I'm gonna put on there. This stuff's really tough, so it's harder for fish to steal. Braydon just went to do a bait check on this. We caught a shark!
We got a dogfish!
It's a spiny dogfish. Pretty small one, honestly, but Braydon's been dying to catch one of these for a while, so he's never caught one. So there we go. Mission accomplished. I get that thing back down there. Watch over his spine. Yeah, they call him a spiny dogfish. If you look right there, there's a spine. And you don't want to get poked by that. Anyway, he's going back. I've always found this is the best way to hold him. So we just rebaited this one after Braydon pulled up that dogfish. Put a new piece of herring on there, and then it got bites right away, and it looks like Braydon's onto one. Like this is the circle hook. No, J hook with a herring. It's probably another dogfish if I had to guess, but we'll see when it gets here. 330 feet. We're gonna be a little bit. Another dogfish. He's like, kind of like snag hooked on his head too. And our herring's gone. But hey, we caught one. So we've been losing a lot of herring. So we switched this guy back to a circle hook. It's a little harder for them to steal from a circle hook. And then we put a little chunk of octopus on the end that helps hold that herring on so they can't steal it. And then I've also wrapped it with some braid. It's all wrapped up. And then on top of that, I'm gonna add a flasher up here to hopefully draw something in, make some noise even maybe. So we've rebaited all 3 lines. All 3 have herring now, and then a little chunk of octopus to make sure we don't lose the herring so easy. We just heard some hooting and hollering from the boat over here, so maybe the halibut are about to start biting. Oh, yeah, it's a good one.
Well, Matt's onto one. The one rod that hasn't hit all day, and he's onto it. Should be a good one. That's a halibut, dude.
Nice.
Here, bring him around, I'll gaff him. Or here, give me the rod. You gaff him and take the camera.
Okay, hold on a second. Here we go. It's a keeper. It's gonna freak out, eh?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
The flasher, baby. It's the flasher. Woo, we did it. Only took 5 hours, but we got one. Nice. It's definitely a keeper. It's less than 126 centimeters or whatever it should be. Oh, we got a dogfish. Dogfish on. Careful he doesn't bite our halibut. Little one too. Our herring. That's, who knows how long that's been on there. This octopus is really working though. Keep the. They can't get this part of the herring, so there's that. Oh no, we fed him. We finally fed the seagull. We're screwed now. Hey, Steven. Back to the bottom. All right, we haven't had anything in a while. It's probably been about an hour and a half since we caught that halibut. And then we're just doing bait checks kind of in a clockwise rotation. So this one, then this one, then this one. And we're doing that probably every half hour or so. And if it's all mangled up, or if we just think it needs a refresh scent wise, then we'll put a new herring on. Well, we've been running flashers on the port rod and the aft rod, but when we went to do our bait check on the aft rod, it was all tangled up with the port rod, so we thought maybe the flashers maybe, you know, moved it around. But then Braydon started pulling up the port rod and he thinks there's something big on there, so it's not really fighting him back, but it might be like a skate or something. We'll see. A little skate. You can kind of tell because they don't really fight back. Goodbye, skate. Three skates, 3 dogfish, and 1 halibut. Apparently you can take those skates, you can keep them, and you can make them into like fake scallops almost. Hey, don't bring that disgusting animal on board. We got another skate. Doing a bait check. These things are nasty. They got worms all over them. Oh, we just picked one up on this one. I don't know what it is yet, but fighting it pretty good. Take your time, take your time. Just made myself a nice croissant and kielbasa sandwich. I was gonna make it for Braydon, but he's busy now. 321 feet. Seagulls are relentless. So we can't keep anything over 126 centimeters. So we've measured out our boat. What's this thing called? Boat hook. And that's why I put this little tape here. So if it's that big or over, we can't keep it. Giant skate maybe. Yeah. Oh, we got our hopes up. We thought it was a halibut. He double hooked.
God damn it, dude.
You want to hold your beast?
Without.
It's a big skate. All right, I think we've had enough. We've caught, I think, 5 skates, 3 dogfish, and 1 halibut, and we're gonna call it there. Pack up all these, get these lines reeled up, and get this anchor pulled up, and then go back and fillet this halibut. And, well, it's 4 dogfish, 5 skates, and 1 halibut. Baby shark, doo 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 doo. Oh, he tried to bite me. There we go. 1 anchor, and 1 Scotchman. Let's do this. Anchor's on board, and we're gonna head back in.
I win 17 and a half.
Ah, yeah.